Winning trade for Noah, they can run them down. Isma pass behind, gets a flash, and it's just easy pickings for GIANTX.
Especially in those early stages. Again, like the Ashe enabling that Seraphine route so effectively.
It could be hard for GIANTX to execute.
Oh, it could be really awkward though. The flag and drag, difficult to respond to. The initial lockup is there. He cleansed, but it doesn't matter! It's damage that takes him out, not the CC. Now Busio's in trouble. They're laying up the VCC pretty well. He's managing to get one back. Noah dropping is big, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of GX.
I mean, Busio, he tried his best to play it well. Took down.
The level 6 Ornn all-in is terrifying. A lot of burst damage across multiple brittle procs. Of course, very likely that they just get the flash here. Isma close to level 6 though. If he soaks enough XP, he can get more.
I think he sold it now. I think Kana realized.
He hasn't figured it out. The Ornn horn has been blown. The silence is there as he overheats. It's the worst overheat timing. He's too hot, Jack.
Oh,
he can't even talk.
See, I've seen is when Yike and Busio are kind of working together, playing for Yahoo mid. Kallista's already in a position where there's been an early gank to get him into his strength. But that's not what's happened this game. I know GIANTX are dictating a lot of this early game.
For me, Rob, I feel like they don't mind if Kana has flash or not, because he kind of did his job in that gank, Isma, by making the top lane no longer bleed. It's no longer an injury. They're going to pick up the Drake for free. Yike is too late. But Busio,
hoping for some exit kills. They managed to get the stun into the captive audience. Follow up here as well. Excuse me, the deadly flourish. Isma going to turn back. I think accepts his fate, tries to bail out his teammates there. So getting the shutdown.
Competition. Jackie's now might be caught out.
That's the push. Shockwave is there. Jackie's moving down, going to flash away, but surely the auto attacks. He's going to be done. Nice stun coming in from Busio. KC on the repeat gank will grab one.
KC starting to
trying
find
to protect them. Looks like KC wants to commit for the fight. Busio once again, first on the play. But Jun is trying to match. Oh, the blue buff is going to reset. Oh, Lot might be caught.
Lot level 9 needs to be really careful. Looks like he might go down here. Is going to call the Forge God. The horn coming out. The Lot now going to fall. Isma off to the side fighting Ike for the blue buff. It's a two-man lockup as Lot is still escaping, but the double stun is there for Busio. All the damage currently focused onto Isma as Lot will finally fall. Noah outside of the ulti, but in the extended fight they're too slow. Noah debating. Can he flash? The answer, hell yeah! Double kill!
GIANTX fighting back in the river.
Not doing so hot in that bot side trade.
But it's such a massive moment for Noah because he is a momentum player. We know him as a player that if he can get these leads, he starts to feel himself and he can take over in.
And it's going to be the Hextech Soul, but Yahoo, trying to get this bot tower first.
Yeah, struggling with the name, but we'll see. We'll see.
He got it first.
I have faith in you. You're the sideline. You're the undercard for today's event. It's Jack versus pronunciation. Far away. They're going to try to burn this one down. Maybe KC look for a follow-up fight, but with GX grouped like this, it's going to take an ulti from Busio to shift things in the favor of KC. The ulti going to start immediate McHale's. Nice reaction from Busio to stop Yike from getting picked off. Is now we've mounted up. It's a Battle Herald. Never mind. Yes, Battle Herald into the tower, denied by Busio. A nice way to start the fight. Immediate flag and drag out. Now the equalizer laid down. The Forge God has been called. But the back line is just getting deleted. Kana and Yike finding the angle as Noah and Jun run for their lives. Yahoo going wide on the ulti. Maybe a way to bring things back, but Lot slowly but surely is falling. Jin might not have enough bullets, but Yike doesn't have that problem.
Kana's collapse onto mid lane separates GIANTX and allows KC with some great cover on the tower to find the success they need.
And GIANTX, they just overforced it. Busio had the Bartle.
But Yahoo TPing, so KC kind of holding all angles here.
Lot is very late. He has no TP. GIANTX, they recognize it, so they have to drop the Drake. Noah, though.
Flying a drag forward, instantaneous combo, taking him out of the tempered phase. Busio tries to get something back. Isma chunks KC debating if they want to collapse. Long range ulti coming in from Kalist. 2 going to take down Isma. No more bullets left. Is Yike debating if he wants to keep going forward. Extended fight still good for Noah, but the knockback brings him into the arms of Busio, who doesn't do a lot of the damage, but it's at least a bit of an annoyance. The 4v4 extended fight, though. GX debating if they want this. Noah is a massive
They're kind of struggling, not really finding their stride, while Noah and Jun, the horsepower of this team, they're doing their
mid lane. They force GIANTX out on the top side. So even though the kills don't go their way, turrets will fall.
I love GIANTX's idea, but the execution is not quite there, as Lot isn't able to get the CC, and Isma can't follow it.
Point for KC if they can secure it. Jackie's. Fishes, that's devastating. Nice backstep from the entirety of KC there. Yike and Yehu ready to react as the arrow turns it back. Yike is going to immediately disengage, though the CC not quite perfectly layered. Now the disengage coming in, but Ornn crucially unstoppable. Still unable to send it back. Yehu trying to find a way to the back line and just asking too much of Noah. GX dissected in the fight.
There was nowhere for GX to go. KC are hunting them down, and it will be Jackies who gives the triple to the mid laner.
KC, 5,000 gold. The third Drake secured. The game is starting to get out of GIANTX's hands. They're really taking it back here. Busio on the bar doing such heavy lifting in this fight. KC might even want to go for the Nash. They have a lot of damage with this Azir, and it's still long death timers on GIANTX. You have to feel that the game might just have gone into KC's favor.
It was a good value from his ultimate.
And Busio here, he gets the ultimate only onto Noah.
Too, for any potential AoE damage, it started to feel harder and harder for GX to ever find an angle to just hit that multi-man shockwave, to find those layered ultis that should be able to result in the GX fight.
Yeah, especially as the vision just gets darker and darker now. GIANTX, they'll start to clear out some of it, but trying to find these moments where Isma can get access to the backline, you can try and set up for a big play, just becomes so much more difficult when you just don't have access to the map.
And also, KC can just play side, right? Yeah. You've talked about it, like the Azir and now also the Ashe in this position that you were concerned about when we saw the Ashe locked in. As we see Call the Forge God come out, traded for Busio's ultimate. Yike debating if he wants to follow. Great equalizer coming in for Kana. That's another ulti going onto Yike, who's taking no damage.
Oh my god.
This man is eating ults for free, left and right. Xin looking completely imbalanced.
I mean, Noah there with some good movement to barely get out of Callisto's ult. But you can see KC are hunting them down. They got the mid tier too. They're going for top as well. KC, they want to keep it going. But this could be an opportunity where they overstay. They need the base after this. Callisto's low.
Yeah.
Well, they need the base, so it's fine.
Yeah. They just.
Maybe Isma cancels here. Yike is caught.
Yike. It won't get too much, but it can at least hope to keep things alive as the flash in. Yike gonna go. Oh no!
Wait,
don't go through the portal! They're gonna stun Isma. Now Noah's chasing, a chance to get 2 kills back. Yike should surely fall. Busio now gonna run for his life. Picking up the honey fruit's only gonna slow him down further though. Yike's falling, and the honey fruit, they're gonna be the death of Inko Slot is here just in time. 2 kills.
And get a good engage off if they're gonna win this game.
I mean, even in that, Yike getting some serious healing across that odds. There was a second where I thought he might be able to take Chun with him. Still, as you say though, Jack.
That they are. KC retreating. They know the pressure is on as now we see a teleport in place to get a shield to maybe make the fight a little bit better. Initial knockup is good, but the shockwave, it's a perfect part holding the ball. 3 members knocked up. Now they're gonna get knocked back by Yike. They're not able to hit the back line. Yehu moving in. He gets Noah, and that's all it's gonna take. It's a shockwave-less Orianna to try and save the day, and it's too much to ask of any man as they're gonna finish off Jackies nice and slow.
Busio's bar, baby, with the Tempered Fate, followed up by Yehu. They're gonna get the Hextech Soul. They're running down 3 lanes here. They might not be able to end the game just yet, but I think GIANTX, they've already started planning for game 2.
KC with a very strong mid-game. It looked dicey from the get-go. It looked like GIANTX might have just found what they needed. But Busio's Bard was everywhere in this game. There is no controlling this man.
No. And a player very apt at punishing. 9K advantage you highlighted at the Soul. Now going to be a Baron for KC. This should be the victory lap. This should be moving around the map. Whether they want to split or group, the fights are going to be so insanely KC favored. GX preying on that Miracle Engage, the 5-man Shockwave, the 5-man Seraphine ult, the 5-man Ornn ult, things that you can't reliably get in a game of League of Legends, but those are the last things that GX have if they want to try to get this one even closer in their favor.
And that's when you start to look at, like, is there a TP angle where Locke comes in behind, but that's down. Jackies doesn't have enough in the tank to really just one-shot people at this stage.
They didn't even hit the GA in the previous fight. Oh, devastating. KC pushing in. Only the bot wave left unattended. They're happy to play on 2 lanes. Lot, this is his angle to get things kicked off, but Kana just goes golden. Doesn't mind. Lockup is there onto Jackies. He's going to hope to bring this one back. An excellent equalizer. Shockwave from Jackies is good, but it's too little. It's too late. A 3-man Shockwave at this deficit. Not enough to do the damage necessary. A flash in. That's the second bullet. Kliss might look for another with the 4th. Instead, it's a tower in his sights as Yehu looks for the pushback. Isma goes unstoppable. Nice display of what the champion can do, but not enough to stop this one from moving in the favor of KC, taking their sweet time in the enemy base to secure first blood in this best-of-5 series.
And it was a great early game from GIANTX. It's going to be hard to land them to set him up for success.
I do think one of the nice things, though, with the Darkened Blade is it's pretty easy to take off Mundo passive if Yike's not super clean on kind of stepping in and out of that. And you really need to
go up for that grab at bot lane.
Damage from the jump. Flash forward, manages to get the root. Good damage from Noah, but the Q goes wide, and that's devastating. Barrier comes out now. Double bubble from Busio, managing to live. I mean, Betty said it best. He's busting, yo. There's no stopping him.
Oh my God, KC bot lane, show why they're the best in the league, but the fighting doesn't
from
stop.
bad to worse.
KC.
And really making NA regret their decisions not to pick him up.
Definitely fair, as Isma a call to take notes, but falls a little flat, I think, in this one as they're being zoned away. And credit to KC for making the fast play, hiding in that brush, as now we've got a tidal wave, only connecting onto one, but forces GX back, and well-timed to go along with the Mundo Smite, as now Jackie's trying to get involved, looking to make a play of his own. Busio, they get the flash.
This is prime time desperation, but this play needs to work from GIANTX. Lot does have the TP, so he can use that up towards top of it, but he's already opening. There's no minions.
Charging in, Kalist just sidestep, now the TP coming in. Tidal wave forcing them back, but at least they match the TPs. Now they need to get the hell out, though, and that's going to be the hard part because, again, Yike going where he pleases. Yehu isolated. Goes invisible for a moment. Keeps the exchange going forward. Flash in from Yike. Lot maybe not the ideal target, but it seems like they have enough damage to finish. Jackie's trying to fire back. And Jun's ready to turn it. Is Moretti, and they just line up for the kills to get dunked down by the Aatrox.
And that's Jun's Nico. We're seeing the praises. It's still KC that are in control of this game. They're staying with the gold lead. Oh, as now,
right now it needs to be better
behind
than Noah, as we've got a TP coming in from behind. Isma speeding through with the World Ender. Heals from Busio to get the movement speed. Ulti going in. This time the play looks like it's working out as Isma's instantly there to fall, but the bubble is not enough. But Kalist is alive! The Corky lives. GX have burned everything that they've got to try to keep this fight going. Can they make it out unscathed? Jun ready to try and find the disengage. Bot still living. Yike in trouble with the healing. Going to come in. He finally pops the ultimate. So many flicking health bars. Yike getting one. They want to find the bomb. It's Yehu set to take over. Reset on the W. Going back in. Aurora alongside the Nami. Ready to start taking heads.
What are these bubbles, bro? He's hitting bubble after bubble after bubble. Busio, I don't understand. How are you doing so much in these team fights?
It's Battle Nami, baby! This man is doing what GIANTX is here. He holds onto the Valkyrie for the last second.
And then a third bubble at the end. Like, I don't understand. This is not the
so actually, they're willing to take a step back because they know how far ahead they are.
Yeah, Yo with no TP there is going to be happy just getting that bot tower. So it's going to be, I think, a gold trade up for KC, but we'll have to see how GIANTX can use this Rift Herald in their advantage. That's the one tool that they now have over KC, but Kalist is just taking the mid tower.
At least there's no Bard this game, so hopefully it'll go a little bit better for them. But yeah, I think at this stage for Giant,
no matter how many Qs you're hitting, and the same is true for Yehu, who has access to that ulti, has access to that TP, and gets super active on the map.
Yike is going where he pleases right now. TP behind from Kana.
Isma not too pleased.
Yehu actually.
Isma's just trying to catch out Busio, but Busio's clean on the move. It's just not going to happen. Looking for the Sundered Sky proc, taking their sweet time, giving the kill over to Yehu, and
so difficult for his
fan that the tier wasn't fully stacked yet, or very likely Noah dies there, as Kana could be in trouble. Nice interrupt on the initial tunnel, looking for the side lane pick, and it looks like everything is going well. Nice for GX. They might lose out on the objective, but they're at least going to get the side lane, the objective bounty, and a little bit more gold in their pocket.
Very clean execution by GIANTX to pick up the kill. It is still, though, KC getting plates on mid, but a slight, what would you say?
Like just staying at the edge of that decimating smash as KC starts to collapse. The Dragon only slightly started. Yike debating where he wants to go. His lot is getting chunked out.
KC are spacing them so well here, making GIANTX life miserable, and they're just going to drop the Drake.
I mean, Jun has no ulti. They used it in the previous fight, right? All that AoE, we talked about that dream scenario. They used it to get a pick on side.
Especially 3 minutes, you're going to be fighting against a potential soul for KC with 3 items, I imagine, starting to come through for most of their guys.
Because right now the discrepancy is like half an item, right? So it's not the end of the world. Is it hard to fight? Yes, most certainly, especially in the support position. You have Imperial Mandate, you have Mikhail's. That's going to be a tough thing to manage. But if you go to the next, going for a bit more poke.
GIANTX now, they're zoned out. They're already channeling the recalls. It's 10 minutes to the
another
break.
flick back on Kalisz, caught again. This time he doesn't have the access to the Mikhails. The Ignite taking the flash in from Isma. KC now looking to bring it back. Isma not able to find the knockup as the ulti comes in from Kana to take down the enemy jungler. Yehu on the backside wants to finish off Jackie's. KC maybe getting a bit overeager as Lot still remains a stalwart frontliner. Noah trying to find the angles with the Qs. They're finally connecting, but the damage just isn't there. Down goes Lot, and KC take the exchange.
GIANTX needed to force. They needed to make sure that they finished off KC here because Isma went down. And with no jungler, KC will pick up the soul.
And Kalisz got caught. It looked like it was a chance for GIANTX to make it back in the game, but they had to use so many tools.
They can start Baron at any time, but GIANTX are going to try and play off that and look for a play on boss.
Ulti to bot lane. Yehu unstoppable. Dashing back over the wall can go unstoppable again with the weirding to get away from the flick back. Taking his time on this one. So far the dive not going well as Lot looks like he's probably going to drop. They will be able to make the dive work at the cost of the Baron. But GX at least grabbed that one kill, and now it's Busio clearing mid-wave while his team takes the Baron just to make sure they don't lose another tower.
I like this from GIANTX, so they know that they're probably going to have to drop the Nash no matter what. If they let Yehu just push out bot, they would get full control of the Nash, and Casey would get it regardless. So GIANTX, they strike back with a proactive play. They're going to get plates in mid lane, going to get the bot tower, and now the question is just, can we stem the bleed?
They have to try and survive for another 2 minutes on this Baron onslaught, and then afterwards still find that success at the Elder Dragon.
Very likely in a map state where they will have no vision over that crucial objective. Just because of the timing of the Baron, KC maybe want to reset and grab more wards after this Baron push, but
Yike is happy to just tank this up because Corky was pushing mid. Kalisz doing some damage. There goes the tier 2 as GIANTX try and hold on to both that bot and mid wave. But you can already see the turrets starting to, or turret plates in that mid lane starting to fall.
Really good pressure by Yike to get that tier 2, and now Kalisz is just hitting that mid tower. They're taking these towers so damn fast.
Kalisz not opting for any armor pen does mean that Lot is a more effective frontliner than you'd expect this kind of difference in the game. But it does also mean that Jun, Isma, Noah are that much more vulnerable to the sheer amount of damage support you can do against unarmored targets.
KC have done a really good job of staying out of the extra turret plate armor range though, which is just allowing this Cannon minion to do so much work on the mid wave. And now KC looking to take it finally.
Tower broken open, 30 seconds left. One more wave to play around. Will at least be a single inhibitor, guaranteeing that pressure point for KC before this big objective. I think KC would love to get bot lane, or at the very least get some crucial spells from the side of GX just to cement their advantage at the coming Elder fight. The GX misstep, the game could very well end here. They need to answer this mid wave. Kalisz constantly being sped up by the Tidecaller's blessing. The ebb and flow as well, just to keep them sustained. Yike. They're doing some chunks. That's the ulti from Lot. Not going to have much effect as he just tries to zone them away from the waves. One last desperate hold for GX. KC don't even need to risk anything around that Elder. Jun going in, looking for the knockup again. Finds Kalisz. The follow-up isn't there. A flick Mikhails to stop the root from coming through. The flick back does not connect. And KC are demolishing GX in the final fight, putting that gold advantage to work. Jackie's can do nothing but watch as the Mundo does again go wherever he damn well pleases. GX getting taken down as KC take their sweet time, moving on to match point. In an incredibly one-sided game too. They want to dive the fountain. They want to show a force.
It was slow.
Enough. I mean, I like what GIANTX has cooked up once again. I do think, though, that KC, they have a lot of aggression. Noah having that blue-purple. Now they need to be careful, though. Yike is coming.
Burnham clearing the wave quickly. Jun going to try and play Lantern here, and Exhaust down. They get that. They're able to move backwards, but now Busio set up for the double knockup as Yike is starting to chase. Yike with a flash available. Jun reminder has none, and then Noah now looking for the root, but he gets first blood. A game of inches, but it's Noah who gets the extra gold.
Noah gets an extra mile out of that one, getting the kill, managing to
have a wonderful fight on their hand. But KC, I think they know the tempo of GIANTX, so they want to try to rush down the Drake before a fight erupts.
Trying to burst through this. Close with the feather falls, synced with Yikes, Smite might be enough, but Jackie's already off on the side, gonna start threatening with Poke. Yehu not quite able to hit the charm as the flash away comes out. Noah not great guns for a fight, but he's gonna look for the initial CC. Lockup is there. Noah now in trouble. Double root coming through, and it's red-white. Time to fight as Yikes starts to back away. Isma gets kicked off with the first kill as Jun takes it away. Busio down. The rest of GX pushing in. The Drake has not fallen, but the health bars are blinking on both sides. GX debating if they want to fight for more, but with low health, it might be a big risk. Kana just gonna get the hook back. Kalist flies up, comes right back down to the waiting arms of Noah.
Hey, it's Noah and Jun, the two members of GIANTX that we were looking around the face check. I'm not gonna lie, because he knew they were there. But still, Noah putting down the tower, gets that last auto attack, and gets 2 kills for himself.
Off is Yikes still lags behind a little bit. Roto Belt for Con on the top side means it's time to go. Alti continuing the exchange. Ignite ticking as well as Yike starts to chase. Lot should just be dead here. Yike can reset the tower aggro, drops out, leaps away to safety. KC find an angle on the top lane, but it means conceding Drake to GX on the bottom side.
I think KC knew that Dragon was already done for. GIANTX have such a massive lead through that bottom side. So instead, try to put the egg.
No cleanse on Noah as well. So that CC later on is going to be really important for him to avoid. As now, Yike looks for the bot lane dive.
Immediately alting, shield, charm. Jackie's more than enough damage to finish the kill as Yike now on a killing spree.
And these side lane sides.
A lot going on Yehu. Taking his time to go mega. Will immediately back away. Isn't quite sure where Busio is. Don't think he spotted him coming, but doesn't want to overcommit into that play.
I really like that awareness from Lot. He knew that Busio was coming, so after he got that bot tower,
you have Yike and Yehu playing for these side lanes can make things very difficult, especially in these long lanes where they've positioned the Ahri. So I think for GIANTX, you can see what Jun's trying to achieve, just get vision to spot the roams, but now he's in trouble.
Hook going in, Celestial opposition blocks some of the damage, but it's just going to be too late for the rest of the team. Jun barely flashing away, but Noah's now perfectly set up for a fight. Keep your eyes on the Aphelios. Busio desperately trying to disengage. Kana going down to Isma. Lot continuing to chase. Kalist marked up, but he will. Painfully aware now of how powerful Noah is in the context of this game, and while they've got good tools, they need to make sure they connect on those crucial cooldowns.
GIANTX are playing really fast on the map though, and I really like it. They just rush straight to the Drake.
AC come from behind. Jun with an immediate playback, and it's Kalist who's been chunked out. Yehu on the flank, but Noah manages to flash away.
Noah's very deep here.
They don't have a lantern to play for. Initial charm now going down. Hook to interrupt Busio for a moment. Knock back into the wall is there from Lot. The Herald coming through as Kana the Flay knocks him back. He gets the double stun, but none of the damage sticks. Noah grabbing Yike. Kana running for his life. And with their backs against the wall in game 3, GX are coming to life.
GIANTX refuse to go down without a fight. They find Kalist on the play. They push back Kana. And what seemed like an early day may just go late into the night.
I love what GIANTX are doing
he
here.
Gets the initial burn onto Kalist, then that 3-man ultimate as well.
They're mental. We've talked about how they can often underperform when it matters most, but they've stepped it up this game for GIANTX.
And I think that says a lot about Noah's growth as a player, but Jackie's might be caught here.
Jackie's looking for a sidestep, stun there. Yike looking to follow. Should be no way out of this one. Extra shielding, but the Ignite already ticking. Yike finds that side lane pick.
Very nicely done, but now Kalist on his own in the mid lane. No overextension here from GIANTX, as Vi is moving top, trying to see if she can find Yike.
We're going to catch Yike. Yike goes to the wall, immediate TP. Going into the top side. If they kill the jungler, they can go straight for the Baron. Yike chunked out. They know he has no ulti available. The recast already timing out, and that means Yike down.
They have the Aphelios. He has the red-white. This is a very fast match. GIANTX are going to start it up.
Busio with the Summoner Spellbook doesn't have a target to exhaust.
And KC looks like they're dropping it. Yehu is just continuing to push bot. We're getting a game 3. GIANTX are coming alive. They secure the Baron Nashor.
And a minute 40 until the soul. Noah is going to be massive for these fights. This feels like GIANTX may have just finally swung the momentum, at least for this game, in their favor. And KC just looked bamboozled.
That they do. Second item finally coming in for Kalist, but it's 2.5 for Noah. And that lead's only going to grow as they try to extend here with the Baron power play. Jackie's threatening on the side. You can hear like the pounding of drums here in Barcelona. They were waiting for GX to bring hope back to this arena. to this GX fans in the crowd. And KC, I mean, they stifled that hope. They smothered GX. They obliterated them in the first 2 games. But in game 3, even when KC had their pick of the litter, their pick of bot lanes, they got this Xayah Rakan. GX, with the Thresh, with the Aphelios, have just been taking control of this one.
GIANTX full control of the bot side here, forcing them out. They want to play for this tier 2 bot. It's already getting... Burned Yehu's ultimate earlier, so that's kind of the one engage tool down for KC. Kana otherwise could look for a flank, but if he can't find it, it's really difficult for them to really progress.
Collapse on side here. Looking to catch out Kana as Isma starts to chase. Shadow Flame in the Proto Belt can do a lot of damage in this burst, so they're taking their time, I think, to hurt him. They think better of it. They don't want to take the risk.
They don't want to drop the dragon.
GX are getting a bit dizzy. Playing fast, like you mentioned before, but I think playing too fast in this case. Hoping to find that silent pick to guarantee the Drake, but now they're a bit behind in the setup. The good news is the Baron, the power, the gold advantage they've built wipes away the sins, those little mistakes, and allows them to approach this dragon in still a pretty solid position, but blind, with no vision.
And that's the main part. No answer for where KC are sitting, where KC can find their angles. Yike off to the side may actually be found here, may need to hop out, but it's Kana and Busio that I'm keeping my eyes on. Can they make the hero play and find Noah?
Kana looking for the wraparounds. Noah the one target that matters. His damage has to make the difference. Kana unspotted. Going in on the blast cone. Noah in trouble. Immediate exhaust on the Aphelios! And down he goes! They could not protect their carry! And when it matters most, KC find the angle! It's the triple for Kalists! The shutdowns for Yehu! And KC right back in it!
It's Kana, the best top lane in the league. He finds the miracle flank to give KC a 4-0. The Hextech Dragon and GIANTX's gold lead has been evaporated, and so has their hopes in playoffs.
GIANTX tried to do too much on the map. They go for, but it was Kana that settles everything for KC.
You have to feel so bad.
Grouping with the team now. They know they want him to immediately burst out Noah before this fight gets started.
And we're seeing how hard it is to play Thresh now. They're behind it.
Yehu dashing in the read! Yehu! Oh my God!
Predicts the flash. Noah is down. Nash is up. KC, they know what they're looking for. They're going to look to start up this Nash. And it's going to be so hard for GIANTX to contest without their key carry.
And you just... The mental damage has been done. Living in his head rent-free after the entire early game again went in favor of GX, better than it had been in any other game this series. It's now all come crumbling down, but it's eyes on Isma. A fight unlikely, but a steal is possible. Gnar to the wall to stop Connor from getting much else. Charm well timed from Busio to stop Isma from getting into the pit. Connor responding with an ulti of his own. GX trying to force the fight 4v5, but in the extended play, Kana still chasing. Lot still marked, means there's no chance for him to try anything sneaky, and KC really have taken over.
And Noah's following up with Jackie speeding him
Noah
up.
and Judd took over completely, but KC on the back of an incredible blast cone ulti play from Kana. Swifting in their favor. Another fist buddy for the drink. Okay, Yike managed to take it. Goes untargetable, trying to body block on the lantern. It's there, coming in from all sides now. Noah on the way. KC have burned a lot of resources and they haven't found a crucial kill. If they keep chasing into Noah, it could be a disaster. They're happy with just getting the Drake. They want to pop the GA, but luckily Isma able to walk it off.
Oh, Isma, he flash smited one of the dogs. He wasn't able to get it on the Drake, so Yike ends up still securing it, and now GIANTX are so chunked that KC are going to get this tier 2. They're looking for a repeat of their Nash in the last game. They're going for the inhibitors and looking to strike the blow to take down GIANTX.
Looking for the angle, faking on the Hextech portal. It looks like his Lot holding on to that Gnar bar. Yehu in the mid lane with TP, resetting now.
And it becomes really hard for Thresh to try and play into these hooks at this stage because you have so many dogs on Yike that can so easily block the hooks that it becomes nigh impossible to try and set this up. It has to be on Isma with the ult. He's fishing, but doesn't have the ult available.
Mega there. Yike trying to spot it out. Red Trinket knocks two back into the wall. Caught immediately ult. Hook over the wall, coming in for jump in the fall. Damage is there. Busio looking for the re-engage, but all of GX is ready as they kill the support of KC. And for now, they hold the line.
GIANTX, they hold the line. A really good engage from Lot, and then they kite out. They don't get baited in. They know if they go too deep, Busio, Yehu is ready to collapse. So it's going to be Busio wasting his flash. He ends up falling as well, and that is KC's Nash gone. GIANTX, they're only down 4,000 gold.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He was in Noah's head before.
No.
Noah. Oh, the redemption there. Yehu debating. Yikes, the follow.
The shield.
He spins on him. The onslaught.
The redemption!
Redemption on Jackies. There's so many good defensive tools that can mitigate a lot of this pick potential from the side of KC, as Jackies might actually be the one in trouble. A nice initial sidestep. Yike coming from behind. But Isma getting caught in the mess of it as one is already down, but now the ulti in from Law, but he's only a mini-gnar. Yehu in trouble, running for his life. As Connor tries to play hero. The shutdown coming back though. Yehu is down, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of KC.
It's a lot invested.
Really good against this dive comp. If they try to dive onto him, he has so much healing, so much shielding from his teammates as well. You can see he's still stepping up. Now he has the Mikaels from June at least to cleanse one of those CCs. But KC are just doing it.
They're going to force GX to play a little bit faster as Close and Yike are shredding through this one. Isma in the area. Isma looking for the miracle. Isma praying, but it's not enough. Unstoppable. The ulti's under the cliff, flashes over the wall. He still has the GA, but the fight is crumbling for GX. Before it even starts, their jungler down. The Baron secure.
What a steal from KC. They sneak the Baron. And what a privilege it must be to be able to rely on Yike's smites. Because that was a scary 50-50.
That it was. Root there. Yike goes intangible, and it's that little decision, that misstep where KC are confident enough to just go for the fast Baron take, and the steal goes awry that maybe is the final undoing of GX.
GIANTX still have really good wave clear, but KC, they're basing, they're going to set up the Dragon. The Dragon?
Dragon. Didn't Vetty do the same thing?
Yeah,
why are we all saying Dragon?
I guess Vetty's just like, I'm inspired by Vetty. Nah, but they're going to take the Dragon, and they're going to look to siege mid and bot side here and play for both inhibitors. And I think really breaking up the inhibitors is how you seal the deal on this game. GIANTX, though, they do have a lot of good wave clear. Aphelios, in general, in the later stages, if he can cycle towards that blue gun, he can really, really hold onto the towers very well, because if you just take a crit AoE damage, he does so much, chunks you down. We'll have to see what his guns are. I think he's cycled the blue already away, so maybe he's going to be sitting on some sticky guns, and it's going to be hard for him to play.
Busio using the cleanse just to get back access to his exhaust, so I think that will be immediately tossed onto Noah in these fights, because there's that blue gun you were talking about, Jack. And GIANTX hoping that this may not be their last fight in LEC Versus.
And right here before, it was Lot and that brush, currently unwarded, who found a good flank. The follow-up there, GX able to start a pick, turned eventually into the kills onto Noah when KC tried to repeat. Maybe they can make it happen once again. This time around, though, KC playing with a bit more respect, playing back, letting the minions do the work. Trying desperately not to overcomplicate it as Noah. Good sidesteps to get away from the daggers from the Nefiri.
So at this stage, if you hook... Oh, hang on!
Busio hooked, instantaneous combo, the exhaust! Busio down a pick to get things started. KC need to retreat. They need to accept that the Baron play is gone, but Lot, has he gone too far forward? Flash forward, wall up on the Kana, immediate CC. He goes golden in the midst of the team. He fires the ulti to no effect.
Kana gets caught out. Lot is on the rise. GIANTX, they want to try to push in mid here. They got 2 picks. Is it enough, though? There's still Nash for 30 seconds, but I think GIANTX, they want to try to make the most out of this.
They need to go.
Kalist waiting.
Oh,
Isma in
so
trouble. Q over the wall, not enough. Down goes Isma. Man advantage still favoring GX as they break open the tier 2, but they have to be so careful because bot lane could be in trouble, and Yehu has access to the teleport.
GIANTX are now on the run. They want to see if they can...
The Kalist needs to be careful as well. One mistake here can cost the game.
Losing flash or ulti would be devastating ahead of a fight. We're only 20 seconds away from the Drake, 12 away from the Baron. Yike playing off the side, trying to hurl them. They're going all in on Yike immediately. He can reset the aggro a little bit with the W, but now he has to flash away. In the meantime, Kalist finally allowed to open up. Down goes Jun, one of the defensive pieces. Noah left, exposed, flash forward. Busio immediately follows, the feathers fly, and down goes the hope of GX as they're cut to pieces. Kalist and Busio taking them down.
And after 40 minutes, Kalist has come online. And that's what KC needed in the end. The young prodigy will secure them a spot against MKOI here in Barcelona.
It looked doomed. It looked over. It looked like GIANTX might take one more step. But they are shut down where they stand. And in a 3-0 fashion, KC will find the win.
Taking their time again on the finish. The last desperate hold for GX, but desperation has been the name of the game, and KC have always come out on top. A 3-0, game 3, the closest by far, but not nearly close enough as KC complete the clean sweep and move on to face MCoy tomorrow.
And KC showed their superiority in each and every